hope you all are doing well and being safe out there. My name is Caitlin Rose, and today we are going to do a couple of value studies that I did like maybe a week ago. I also don't have a script for this video. I was planning on doing let's do a week of value study, and I could have planned this out a lot better, but I feel like I said in my previous videos, I don't know which one, but I've said that having a camera on me while I'm drawing something, it makes me nervous. And I don't know, I feel like my work just doesn't come out as well as I think it would. But yeah, this is one of my weaknesses. I really struggle with values. I recorded a video about me doing trying out oil painting for the first time. I don't know if I'm gonna put it out. I'm still editing it, but the tutorial that I was following was by the paint coach, and one of the main things that he talked about was colors are great, but if your values aren't right or aren't correct, your colors are going to be off. That's what I've been trying my best to do lately, is just mainly focus on values. I was reading what was that book called? I have it upstairs. I'm on my couch right now. There's a book that I started reading, I started studying from. I can't remember it right now, but I will put the picture up on screen. They have a whole section about values, and they simplified it to where I could understand it, because I feel like I've watched a lot of YouTube tutorials on oh yeah, just check your values, make sure that they're right, and then they move on, and I'm what exactly am I checking? I don't know what I'm looking for. But one of the main things in this book is that they broke it up into, God, I probably should have researched or looked up my notes before I even brought this up. Basically, look at your values in 3 sections. There's a particular term that they use, but I can't remember it right now. But so you have your mid value, your dark, and your light, or your shadows and your light. So if you think about your painting or your subject just using those 3 values, then you could start rendering and then go from there. So that's what I kind of did with these. I blocked out what the shadows were, what the midtones were, and what the light areas were, and then I tried to render it and adjust after I laid out where those values are going to be. So that definitely helped, and I'll explain this in the oil painting video. But another thing that the painting coach suggested when you're physically painting, especially when you're just painting in color and not necessarily looking at the values first, you could take a picture and put it to grayscale, and if you see that let's say for this painting that I'm doing, the color of her hair, if the background was basically the same shade as the hair, or the darkest part of the hair, then you would know that you would have to adjust the background and make it a little bit lighter, or you make the darkest part of the hair darker than the background, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've been trying my best to do a bunch of value studies, or I just look at a bunch of references that are in color and then try to convert it to a black and white image. So that's another way I think that can definitely help if you also struggle with values. So with these videos, I kind of want them to be a series, a study with me series, where we just kind of do some studies and maybe I just talk about the process. But I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did any value studies this week, and have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.